Good morning, everyone. Myself, Monica Nancy Priya, Assistant Professor in the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. In this semester, I'm handling subject code is EE3017. Subject name is Embedded C Programming in the regulation of 2021. Today, we are going to discuss about the data types in C programming, which is one of the most important topics in embedded C. Before writing any C program, we must understand what type of data we are storing in memory, and the data types are the foundation of the programming. Without data types, we cannot write even a simple program. Move on to next slide. Or this is the meaning of the data types. The C data types are defined as the data storage format that a variable can store. In C language, every variable must store some values, but different values require different formats. For example, age, it's a whole number, and percentage, it's a decimal, and the name we have stored as a characters. So C provides different data types to store different types of data. Data types tells the system how the data is stored and how it is to be used. So that we have to find the uses. When we declare a variable, identify the type of variable, what we have to declare. And also, if we identify the type of the return value of a function. When we declare a variable, the data type tells what kind of value it holds. For example, we are initiate a int a. Here, int tells that stores a integer value. Then identify the type of a return value of a function. This data type tells what the value a function returns. For example, int sum. What it means? It means the function returns integer. Then third one is identify the type of a parameter expected by a function. What it is? This is nothing but data type tells what type of the input of function expects. So data types helps both compiler and the programmer. Next, we are move on to the next slide. Why data types are used? Why we are moving for the data types? Every variable must have a type. Without data type, compiler will show the error. In this memory allocation, every variable should get some space in the memory. This data type decides how much memory is needed for an integer. For example, for an integer, 2 or 4 bytes. For a character, it requires 1 byte. For a float, it requires 4 bytes. These are all the examples for the variable should get some space in the memory. Then third point is help the compiler decide how many bits should be reserved for a variable. In this is the compiler decision. Compiler uses data types to reserve correct number of bits in a memory. So data types help in proper memory management. Next, we have to explain the classification of the data types. What are the data types in C? The C language, data types are divided into three categories. One is primary data type, and second one is derived data types, and third one is user-defined data types. We will study each one in detail. This next one is primary data types. Primary data types is also called basic or fundamental data types. This include integer, real or float, character, void. These are the most commonly used data types. Next one is the integer data types. We have explained one by one in the primary data type. Next one is the integer data type. The integer data type is used to store the whole number. This is the whole number. So we have to use the whole number for the integer data type. Example 10, 25, -5. These are all the. Then this is how this integer data type have two types. One is signed integer, another one is unsigned integer. What is signed integer? This integer can store both the positive and negative values. In the unsigned integer can only store positive value. For example, unsigned integer age is equals to 20. So we have to save the age in the unsigned integer. We have to say any point value that is a negative value. We have say it as a signed integer. Used mostly where negative values are not required. That is an unsigned integer. Next one is the real data type. What is the real data type? This real data types are used to store a decimal numbers. What is the decimal number? Yes, it's a point. For example, 45.6, 38.5. These are all the point numbers. For example, what if we are giving a syntax float temperature? Float is also a real or float only means. So floating types are used to store the real numbers. So if we want to initiate a temperature value, so what is the syntax? Float temp equal to 36.5. So where the float are all used, this it's are all used in the temperature, voltage, current, percentage. These are all the parameters we are using the float. And it is also be very important in the embedded systems also. The next one is the character data type. The character data type is used to store a single character. That is nothing but A or B or I. These are all. What is the syntax of the character? Why we are using the syntax? How we are using the syntax? This in the float, how we are using float temperature is equals to in character ch is equals to A. So the character must be in a single quote only. Don't give a double quote to the character. We are using only single quote to the character. This character uses only 1 byte memory. Next one is the void data type. Void means no value. It is also used in a function which do not return any value. For example, we are having void main. Now, from the open braces of printf hello. Here, main does not return anything. So we use void. Just we are printing hello. So there is no use of no. We have to we don't have to give any value. So we are using void main. Then the next one is derived data types. That is the second type of the data types. First, we have discussed about the primary data types. In this primary data types, we discussed integer, float, character. The last one, what we have discussed last one, void. These are all the primary data types. And the second one is derived data types. The derived data types are derived from the primary data types only. So it can be classified into two types. What are all the arrays and pointers? They help in handling multiple values and memory addresses. What is array? Yeah, array. An array is a collection of similar data stored in the continuous memory location. For example, if we are initiating int a braces 4 is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. Explain this index. What is the index? A of 0 is equals to the value is 10. Then A of 1 is equals to 20. A of 2 is equals to 30 and A of 3 is equals to 40. So we are giving the 10, 20, 30, 40 values and the index is A0, A1, A2, A3. This A of 0 is equals to 10, A of 1 is equals to 20, A of 2 equal to 30, A of 3 equal to 40. So the index always starts from 0 only. In this array, the 0 starts with the index value. Okay. The arrays are used when we want to store multiple value of same type. Okay, next one. What is the next slide? It's a pointer slide. What does mean by pointer? The pointer is a variable that stores address of another variable. It always stores the address of another variable. For example, int a equal to 10. Then int pointer. At pointer is equals to and a. What it explains, what it means, a is the stores value 10. And what is and a? It's the address of a. What is meant by ptr? It stores address. This is the pointer. So pointers are very important in embedded system for register access. The next slide is user-defined data types. What is user-defined data types? User-defined data types allow programmer to create their own data types. It include structure, union, enumeration, that is enum, then type def. The next one is structure. What is structure? Structure is a collection of variables of different data types under one name. The example is struct student. This student is a one name, that's a single name, which is based under int roll number, character name, that is the student name. Then float per, what is per? It's a percentage. So this in this under the student, we are having roll number, character name, and float per. So, use when related data must be stored together. This memory, the structure occupies sum of all data types. Then, union data type. What is union data type? The union is a similar to structure only, but memory usage is completely different. This union uses only the highest memory among the members. For example, for int, it's a 2 bytes, and for a float, it's 4 bytes. So the union occupies only 4 bytes. So used when memory optimization is required. Then enumeration. Enumeration is a user-defined data type that assigns names to integer constants. For example, enum week. What is week? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So the value is 0, 1, 2. For Monday is the state of value 0, and for Tuesday the state of value 1. For Wednesday the state of value is 2. So what is the output? The day equal to Tuesday. The output will be 1 because the Tuesday is in the state of 1. So we used mainly in state machines and embedded logic. Then type def. This is the program for that enum. This the stdio.h, Monday to Sunday, and the void main. This is in a weekday. What are all the weekdays are here? We already initiate the weekdays. So day Tuesday. What is the day Tuesday? Then the printf percentage %d at day. The output is 1 because the Tuesday is in the state of 1. Monday is state 0, Tuesday is state 1, Wednesday is state 2, Thursday is state 3, Friday is state 4, respectively. So we want a state of Tuesday. So the output is 1. Then a type def. What is meant by type def? Type def is used to give a new name to an existing data type. For example, type def int summan. What is meant by summan? Sum and a and b. Here summan acts like a integer used to improve code readability. And this the summan will act as in the data type. So today, what we are studied about, we learned primary data types, derived data types, user-defined data types, and this topic is very important for exams and for embedded programming. From the next class, we will see the variables and operators. Thank you for watching. Thank you.